Welcome. I'm up at Fort Casey, up on Whidbey Island. It's a 1900-era World War I military establishment with giant cannons and a big bunker system. So, spend a little bit of time with me rolling around. I'm gonna roll up on the reciprocating gun carriages and go down inside the bunkers where all the powder was stored and work through the tunnel systems. I got my light set up over here. A lot of hike-a-bike, a lot of riding through tunnels, a lot of steep hills, a lot of stairs. Biker's paradise. So let's see. Come on along. This will give you a pretty good overview of the fort. There's the gun batteries out there. Well, this is the view from inside of the observation bunker. What's pretty remarkable about this spot is it really gives you a sense of how fast that current is moving. Alrighty, here we are looking down the business end of that disappearing carriage gun. You can actually see the rifling in there. There you go, so that's one of those carriage guns up in the up position. You know, once your eyes adjust to the light in here, you can actually see where you're going. But I'm in here in almost total darkness, pitching some figure eights. Well, deep within inside the bunker system underneath Fort Casey, there's a little opening. This might have been for communication gear to run out of that slot right there. Artillery defense forces right here. So these were the guns that were used just to defend the fort against invaders, of course. That's part of the original wharf from 115 years ago when they started building this fort. All of the supplies came in on this wharf right here. So this is up inside the Admiralty Head Lighthouse. Of course, the Fresnel lens is now gone. That's looking back down towards the batteries at Fort Casey. There's a ferry boat coming in. I'll be on that tomorrow. Alrighty, I'm out for a little night ops on my bike. There's my camera inside the big gun. Don't worry, you're fine. Don't worry.
If you should lose me, Oh yeah, you lose a good thing. If you should lose me, oh yeah, you lose a good thing. You know I love you, do anything for you. Just don't mistreat me and I'll be good.
Well, foggy morning at Keystone here. It's over on the Coopville side. That's my boat heading over to Port Townsend on that beauty.
You lose a good thing. I'm giving you one more chance for you to do right. If you'll only straighten up.
This is kind of fun. That guy right there is an oyster catcher. How about you get out of the road there, buddy? There you go. Look out, Mom.
Oh,
Just coming by. Don't get all sentimental on me there. Buddy? What do you say? How are you? Thanks for playing. See you next time. Good morning. This is day 2. I'm at Fort Worden State Park, and behind me is the parade ground and where the artillery troops were barracked. Those buildings look familiar. Those were used in the film set of Officer and a Gentleman, so you might have seen those on a movie screen at one point. My plan for starters is I'm going to head up on the hill and sneak around through the bunkers and get up there through the artillery battery and the tunnels and mess around up there. I'm hoping the weather clears up a little bit, and then later I'll go down to Point Wilson Light. Maybe we'll get some views from down there if the fog actually lifts. So, thanks for coming along. See you in a minute. You were ever wondering what's a pretty cool piece of camera junk? Check this out. Magnetic feet on my Gorilla Pod. That's just a little slice of heaven right there. That thing sticks to everything. Just passed through the gate, so there's not going to be any cars here for some time now. Just miles and miles of this. Let's see what happens in here. House of many tunnels. Let's go this way, see where this goes. Oh yeah. Nice, hope we don't fall on something. I'm one hand in all this. Ah! Hey, can I tell you something about my pedals here? These are my new pedals. These are Ergon PC2 platform pedals, and the perfect combination for shoes like this and pedals like that in an environment like this. These are one of the artillery spotting bunkers here. There's another little slice of the challenge here for you. A lot of this stuff is accessed by going across here, just like this. That's the Joseph Ash bunker here. Nice little slow one-handed pirouette through there. Nice. Little gun emplacement right there. Let's get on and take a look at the lighthouse. Straight ahead there, that's Point Wilson Light. And I'll zoom down on that guy a little bit for you. Beautiful old classic lighthouse. You look all the way across the strait, Admiralty Head there, and down at the end of that landmass is Fort Casey. That's where I was camped. Any ship coming into Puget Sound had to pass right between here and here. Hey, a little spoiler alert, the third tip of the triangle is Fort Flagler, but that's going to wait for another day. It's a whole different route to get there, a long land ride or something. So I'll put that on another day. Just popped into the Port Townsend School of Woodworking. How cool is that?
When you have several pieces of wood, you just...
And this must be the rest of it over here.
Yep.
Nice job on the mortise and tenons. That is a lost art right there, and it's just very refreshing to see that there's some folks that are still keeping those old school skills alive. Alrighty, there's the Point Wilson light. Looking up here on the hillside, that's where Fort Worden bunkers are, buried up in those trees. Okay, that's about it from this one. Heading back over to Fort Casey. Got the van parked over there. And should be back on that side in just a few minutes. Thanks for coming along and watching my video. See you next time.